Exposing the secret lives of escorts. I never expected my life to shatter so suddenly. I had always believed I understood my husband, Oliver. He was a devoted father, a successful businessman, and the kind of man who seemed untouchable, unwavering in his integrity. Yet, the day I found the first sign of betrayal, everything I thought I knew about him crumbled. It began like any other morning. My baby, just 8 months old, was still fast asleep in his crib, the quiet hum of our home providing the backdrop to my early routine. I had to go through Oliver's computer to find some work-related files. We were in the middle of a major project, and time was tight. Little did I know that simple act would unravel a web of lies, deceit, and heartbreak that would haunt me forever. As I sifted through emails, I noticed a series of messages from his old friends. They were time-stamped from the night before, in the early hours of the morning. "Get out here," one message read. Another followed, "They're here." It was almost 2 a.m. My mind immediately jumped to conclusions. These friends, particularly one of them, Troy, had always been a wild card. Divorced and constantly chasing the next thrill, he was known for his reckless behavior and loose morals. I knew Troy's love for hookers was no secret, and I couldn't help but wonder if Oliver had fallen into his chaotic world during their weekend golf getaway. A cold shiver ran down my spine as I stared at the screen. Why would he be involved in something like that? I had always trusted Oliver implicitly, but now, doubt gnawed at me. My pulse quickened as I picked up the phone. My fingers trembled as I dialed Oliver's number. The moment he picked up, I could sense something was off. His voice, usually calm and reassuring, sounded defensive, almost too defensive. I couldn't hold back anymore. "Did you cheat on me, Oliver?" I blurted, the words feeling foreign but necessary. Instead of the apology I was expecting, Oliver lashed out. "What are you talking about? You're insane. What's wrong with you?" His voice, sharp and accusing, only confirmed my worst fears. His denial felt rehearsed, as though he had anticipated this moment for some time. He called me crazy, tried to turn the tables, and for a brief moment I questioned myself. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe I was imagining things. But then I remembered. He had always been a man of his word, but that didn't explain the evidence I had in front of me. The nagging voice in my head screamed, "This isn't right. I needed more answers, more proof." And so I dug deeper. It wasn't long before I discovered a payment receipt, a transaction for $400 made at 2:30 a.m., tied to his friend Troy. My heart pounded as I realized the gravity of what this meant. Was this payment for something illicit? Something that would shatter everything? My stomach twisted in knots, but I wasn't finished. There was one more clue to follow, an unexpected detail in his FaceTime call log, a missed call, unlisted, from a number I didn't recognize. I hesitated for only a moment before I dialed it back. What I heard on the other end left me breathless. A woman's voice, calm and practiced. "Yes, we have plenty of girls available tonight. What can I help you with?" It was a madame, and the weight of her words hit me like a sledgehammer. I didn't confront him immediately. Instead, I gathered what I had learned and decided to seek help. I made an appointment with a therapist, knowing this would be an emotional battleground. I was torn. Could I even consider forgiving him? Could we ever go back to what we once were? The thought of raising our child alone was unbearable, but the thought of living a lie was even worse. The days that followed were a blur. I couldn't look at Oliver the same way. Every time he spoke, his words felt hollow, meaningless. The man I had married, the father of my child, seemed to be slipping further away. Yet I still clung to hope. Hope that the truth would set me free. hope that we could rebuild what had been broken. Then, the day came when Oliver returned from his trip. I had waited for this moment, dreading it and yet yearning for it. When he walked through the door, I saw the guilt in his eyes before he even said a word. He knew. He knew I had uncovered everything, and the facade was crumbling. Okay, he began, his voice shaky. I've been waiting for this. I need to tell you the truth. My heart raced as I listened, each word piercing me like a knife. We did hire hookers, he confessed, his voice filled with shame. But it wasn't what you think. It was for Troy. He's the one who wanted it. I didn't actually sleep with anyone. I froze, processing the weight of his confession. The lie he had told me about the women being just for Troy felt like a weak attempt at excusing his actions, but I needed more. The $400 payment, the missed call to the madame, it didn't add up. He swore it wasn't him who called her, that it was all a misunderstanding. And yet, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was being left out, something crucial. In the days that followed, I found myself spiraling. I questioned every detail of his story. The more he tried to explain, the more the pieces didn't fit. Was he telling the whole truth, or was he hiding something darker? The therapy sessions began, but with each passing moment, my trust in him seemed to wither. Then something unexpected happened. While I was sifting through old emails to prepare for another session, I found a cryptic message from one of Oliver's friends. It was dated just days before his trip. "Don't forget what we agreed on," the message read. "You can't let her know everything. Trust me." A chill ran through me. I confronted Oliver once again, this time with the evidence. His face went pale as he realized I had found the missing link. The truth spilled out like poison. Oliver had not only been complicit in the affair, but he had also been involved in a deeper, more sinister web of deceit than I could have ever imagined. The friendship with Troy, the lies, the manipulation. It was all part of a pattern of behavior I had never seen before. As the final pieces of the puzzle came together, I realized that the man I had once trusted with my heart and soul was not the person I thought he was. The truth was worse than I had ever feared. The lies ran deeper than I could have ever imagined. I don't know what will come next. I don't know if I can ever trust Oliver again, or if our family can ever heal from the wounds he's inflicted. But one thing is certain: nothing will ever be the same again. Every day, as I look at my son, I wonder if I can ever find peace. And with each passing moment, I am forced to face the brutal reality that the man I married may never be the man I thought he was. I am lost in the unknown, caught between the desire for truth and the fear of what I will find. But one thing is clear: I can no longer live in the shadows of his lies. The truth has been revealed, and now I must decide what to do with it.
The whole "he was just helping his broke friend" excuse doesn't sit right with me. I'd be questioning everything too.
Everyone makes mistakes, and it sounds like the husband is trying to be honest now.
I can't believe how deep the betrayal ran. It's one thing to cheat, but to involve escorts and lie about it? The trust is completely shattered.